You normally say that West Ham can ruin your weekend whenever they play. Well, do you know what? Now they're going to start to impact your weekends even when we're not playing. I guess it's been that way for a little while, but it just seems an awful lot more serious now. It doesn't even feel that there's any leeway in terms of games remaining. It doesn't feel like if we lose A, B or C game, then we're going to drop into the relegation zone. We're there. We're in absolute peril, absolute trouble. But worry not. They're not going to ruin the whole weekend because you've got until 3 o'clock. Let me just double check. I think it's 3 o'clock. You do. You have until 3 o'clock because the early kick-off is Man City v Liverpool. That has no impact on us at all. So you can either watch it, enjoy it as a neutral, ignore it. You don't have to worry about West Ham until 3 o'clock Saturday, which is, crazy because we don't play until 2 o'clock on Sunday. However, I watch this and I look at the fixtures. And because of the nature of the congestion at the bottom of the league and whatever, the bottom 8 teams, whatever it might be, are all sort of embroiled in this relegation fight, every game seems to have a level of importance. Well, almost every game. And I'm annoyed about that. It annoys me. And I sort of know the answer, but I ask myself a rhetorical question. How have we got here? How are we here? Why are we here? Why am I looking at Bournemouth v Fulham and crapping myself? That should never have happened. Not because we're arrogant West Ham fans or anything like it. Not just because, we got a big stadium, we moved to the stadium move and this wasn't ever meant to have happened. But, I think all things collectively, not just because we've been in Europe the past 2 seasons. I think a large part of it may be the amount of money we spent. How have we managed to spend 200 million quid and find ourselves here? And no disrespect to Bournemouth or Fulham, I quite like, but I like Bournemouth. I love Bournemouth actually. Lovely football club. But have we found ourselves here where we're looking at a fixture list like that with 2 lesser clubs? Let's be fair. Worrying about what they'll do. It drives you around the twist. I'm worried about Fulham. That's the point of the matter. They've got some suspension issues there. I'm worried if Fulham will beat Bournemouth. Shouldn't be worried about that. We should be. Honestly, we should be nowhere near the bottom, but we are. And we know why we are, but it's still annoying when you look at it. I think Bournemouth are pretty good at the moment, as you know. I think they've got a little spring in their step. I think the stadium's buzzing. I think the players are quick. I think, he's done well. The manager there, even though he's there, it's still only on a caretaker role. They look good. They look like they're buzzing. I'm not confident. I guess Fulham had a really good season. I'm not confident that Fulham go there and beat Bournemouth. We absolutely need them to. That worries me. You get on to the next fixture, Nottingham Forest versus Wolves. I don't even know what I want there. Because the league table is as it is. Maybe a draw. Don't know. Look, Forest's away form has been atrocious. I think if they can have, their away form will continue to be atrocious. If they can not pick up wins at home, they'll go down. Well, that's good for me. That's one team that goes down. Maybe it is a draw. Crystal Palace, Leicester, don't know. That's a weird one. Didn't expect either of them to be there. I don't think Palace will go down. You've probably heard me say this before. Just if you go and have a look. If you haven't looked already, go and look at Crystal Palace's fixtures. They play everyone. All the teams I'm going to mention now, basically, they play all the teams that are fighting it out for the bottom. And I just think they've got some fast players, they've got some pace, and I think they'll get out of it. But it's easy to do that, and I hate the way it's made me feel. I look at everyone and I fear them. I look at Bournemouth, I fear them. I look at Wolves, I fear them. Look at Palace, I fear them. Even if we're not playing them, I fear what they're going to do in their other games. This video is sponsored by HelloFresh. Now, I must be honest with you, when HelloFresh first approached us and said, can we do a video sponsorship, wasn't so sure. Didn't even really know what it was, to be honest. I thought it was a delivery, just a box of vegetables delivered to your door. I didn't appreciate that what it was the whole meal and the whole process. And you get to choose the recipes. So now I know an awful lot more, but HelloFresh said to us, look, take the box, try it out. If you like it, come back to us. Well, we did try it out. We did like it. We did go back to them, and I've continued to use it. What HelloFresh does, it allows you to go onto their website and pick out the meals that I think for me, ordinarily, I wouldn't have chosen. I mean, I've used it so much, I've actually got loads of recipes here. The cheesy, garlicky, dauphinoise potato, never would have tried it, never would have attempted it. Definitely not the roasted duck breast and red currant jus. In fact, the last one I made was the quick butter chicken masala. That was gorgeous. Hey, look, it's all nice. Now, the reason it's very, very easy to do is not only do they give you the recipe, they've actually already measured out the ingredients for you. So last time I got it, I got 3 different bags. This was from bag number 12. So when the day I want to cook the butter chicken, I open up bag number 12. It has all of the ingredients inside the bag, and it's got on the back the method. I mean, it is so easy. And at the point when you order, you can decide whether you want quick recipes. If you want to make a 10-minute meal, no problem. If you want to do something that maybe would take a little bit longer, more of a grand meal, no problem again. Cooking for 2, 3, 4 people, not an issue. At the point where you order, you just tell HelloFresh how many people you're cooking for. You choose your ingredients. And I found it absolutely brilliant. It's got me cooking stuff I never would have even tried or attempted to cook before, and it's actually taught me that some of these things are actually easier to cook than you would have thought. The other thing I really love is I don't have a ton of waste left over. How many times have I gone to the supermarket and bought a pack of green beans or some other ingredient with the best of intentions, and I don't use it? I end up throwing it away at the end of the week, whatever, because it's gone off and it's in the fridge. I end up throwing it out. Not with this. You only eat as much as you need. You only cook as much as you need. You only have the ingredients that are necessary for that particular recipe. Anyway, if you'd like to get involved in HelloFresh, we've got a great discount for you. And the discount code is in the description below. But I'll tell you now, it's Hammer60. This is what Hammer60 gets you. This is what the discount code. It gets you 60% off the first box that you order. And it will also get you a further 25% off of any HelloFresh orders for the next 2 months. And they'll throw in little extra gifts. I got a lovely bar of chocolate, a nice gourmet bar of chocolate. Thank you very much, HelloFresh. Check out the link below. Give it a whirl. If you don't like it, you can just cancel it. But I tell you now, give it a go. And I wouldn't mind betting that a large number of you stick with HelloFresh. Gio said when we did the preview, he fears a James Ward-Prowse free kick when he hears them mention it on Soccer Saturday. I do. They've made us a nervous wreck this season. That's the squeaky chair, by the way. All right? It's not me passing wind. I feel like I should be passing wind. I'm crapping myself, quite frankly, looking at this fixture list. Crystal Palace, Leicester City. I just don't know. I mean, I sort of look at it. I think, both of those will get out of it. I mean, everyone can't get out of it. I understand that. Arsenal v Leeds. Now, I mean, here's the crazy one. This is how it makes you paranoid. Arsenal been brilliant this season, right? Brilliant. Any team that beats Man City, you've got to be pretty damn special. And that's Man City with Haaland, this freak of nature, scoring unprecedented numbers of goals. Arsenal got Jesus back. He's a good player, right? Brilliant. It shouldn't even... It's at the Emirates. It shouldn't even be a question. Why am I nervous about it? I don't know. I am. I'm worried. Leeds go there and beat Arsenal, turn Arsenal over. I've got no evidence for it. It's just my paranoia. That's what I'm saying. West Ham ruining your weekends. It's another 3 p.m. kickoff, by the way. It's when there was all the paranoia and all the concern, all the nail biting, all during that. That's when it starts. 3 o'clock. Even Leeds, and I look at it, even though there's no reason, there's no real evidence to suggest Leeds will beat Arsenal, I think, that Nonto, he'll do Arsenal. 1-0 win for Leeds or something like that. And that annoys, in fact, even that Nonto, that and everything annoys me at the moment with regard to West Ham, because I don't, it's not like we've got some divine right to be in this situation. I'm not saying we should be in the Champions League. I'm not even saying we should be qualifying for Europe. But you would think, that the manager should be good enough to spend £200 million and not have us down there, right? The Nonto thing does annoy me, sort of saying. Because I think he's a really good player. I'd love to have signed him. We wouldn't have signed him. Even if we did sign him, David Moyes wouldn't have played him, would he? Let's be honest. He wouldn't have done. Brighton v Brentford, doesn't matter. Good for them. Good for them. Nice for them. What I would do to be in that position, by the way. Those two clubs, not even worrying about that sort of stuff. Chelsea v Aston Villa. That's the Sunday kickoff, actually. No, it's not. Sorry, Saturday kickoff, 5:30. Then it's us. We're the first kickoff on the Sunday. West Ham v Southampton. I'm not going to go over that, because myself and Gio have discussed it already in the preview. Go and, tune in and, my words. It's all very well me saying, though, I want this team to get a point and this other team to get a point. We need to get 3. That's what we've got to do. But it's not all in our hands anymore. This is the point. What ridiculous situations we've got ourselves into. How have we been allowed to slide? It's not just David Moyes. Why haven't the ownership looked at the slide and seen the slide early and dealt with it? Anyway, those are other conversations to have. Got to beat Southampton. It really is as simple as that. Newcastle against Man United. I guess it doesn't matter in terms of league position, but I'm clutching at straws here, and I hate the fact I'm having to do that. So Newcastle are kicking off 2.5 hours later than us, plus they got to travel. They're coming to us on Wednesday. Got to hope that maybe that helps us in some way. Clutching at straw, desperate words, aren't they? Really, that I'm speaking. The final game of the game week, as they call it, is Everton against Tottenham. That's Monday, 8 o'clock at night, Monday night. Don't know. I mean, I look at Everton. Everton is another team. I look at them and think, well, maybe they won't go down. So already I'm looking at Everton thinking Everton won't go down. What do I say? Leicester, Crystal Palace, I don't think will go down. You start to Wolves, I'm not sure. I mean, it is anybody in that sort of, almost the bottom half from Aston Villa downwards, isn't it? Can go. They do, but it's still hard. It makes you paranoid. It's hard. I look at Everton, I think, oh, they're organised. Deutsch? Who's Deutsch? Dyche. There you go. He's got something. I wouldn't even call it form, but it is something. He's done something. He's a bit better than Lampard, and that might be enough. They're against Tottenham. Well, I don't know about Tottenham, do we? They did all right, actually, when we played them and the manager wasn't there. So maybe losing the manager will help. We've got Mason, and I think they might have a Mason and someone else from the back room team. They're going to run it from now until the end of the season. Might have that wrong. Don't know. I haven't overly followed it, really. They've got enough quality players. You think he'll liberate them? All they've got to do is do whatever they were doing before, where Kane and Son do all that stuff that they do. They'll be fine, won't they? Anyway, it doesn't matter about Tottenham being fine. I don't care about Tottenham being fine. I care about Tottenham beating Everton. Hey, we're supporting Tottenham. We all are, right? We are all supporting Tottenham. That's weird, isn't it? We're all supporting Tottenham on Monday night. But I do think it's the next 2 games for everybody. 2 games. The next 2 games. So ours, obviously, as I've already mentioned. We've obviously got Southampton and we've got Newcastle. It's a simplistic way of looking at it. But I did look at everybody's next 2 games. Okay. They're tough. Some people got some game in hands to claw back and all the rest of it. Southampton don't have the game in hand, so they're not going to have the midweek game. But their next game is Man City. So I think if they lose against us, Man City, they're down. That's good. That's good. Not because I've got anything against Southampton. I just need teams other than Southampton, other than West Ham, to get relegated. I said I really like Bournemouth Football Club. If it's them or us, they've got to go. Quite frankly, I just like the way they've been playing football, and I do like it down on the south coast. But anyway, they're going to have to go. They can all the south coast clubs. To be fair, they can all go. Brighton, Southampton, and Bournemouth. Off you go. West Ham stay up. Don't care. Anyway, other midweek games. We've got Leeds and Nottingham Forest. What do we want now? I just don't know. Bournemouth, Brighton, South Coast derby. Even that's nervous. I shouldn't be nervous. Brighton should go to Bournemouth and win comfortably. Brighton have been swashbuckling this season. Still makes you nervous. We've got Leicester City and Aston Villa. Villa should beat Leicester City. But I'm looking at that, thinking Leicester will win. Oh, honestly, I don't know. We're playing Newcastle late. I say late on Saturday night. It's an 8 p.m. kickoff. Oh, I don't know. As I say, look, you've got until 3 o'clock on Saturday to enjoy your weekend, and it's just going to be absolutely nerve-wracking. The only thing that can remotely help lift our nerves, we're going to be nervous until 2 o'clock on Sunday. We start quick, start with energy, get the crowd lifted, score an early couple of goals, then at least we can enjoy the weekend. Let's give them 15 minutes to score 2 goals. From 2:15 on Sunday, we can then go on and we can enjoy the rest of the weekend. I really hope everybody enjoys it. I'm absolutely gutted to be missing the game. It's just mate Tony's birthday. I'd love to have been up there. Parental duties mean I can't actually join them, unfortunately. I will make it up to you, Tone. You have a lovely day. You and all the boys there. We'll have another... hopefully we'll do it at the end of the season where West Ham are celebrating staying up. But for the moment, I'm really nervous.